Yeah, and I lived, you know, I lived out in Kansas City for a little bit, and that's a really big kind of jazz area,
Sure.
and there's a lot of clubs that support it. How do you, you know, that's been my thing here in Washington, was just finding live music, you know, have places that will help support the live music scene. How do you find Pittsburgh, you know, Washington, just the area as far as like the live jazz music scene, you know?
I think things are somewhat dwindling all over the place. I think for live music, it seems like there's less and less places you can hear, you know, live music, especially jazz. I don't, you know, when I was a kid and my dad would take me to jazz clubs, it just seems like there were, you know, a lot of them, and, you know, they were happening and people were there, and you know, and then here in Washington, I know at one time there was a lot of jazz up at the Elks up there on the hill, you know, up there, and some downtown too, from what I've heard. For me personally, it's always been, all the work I've gotten in Washington has been something that I've had to go out and seek it and talk these people into. You know, we could come in and we let us come in and play. We might bring some people. You know? Maybe we'll make you a little extra money or something. You know, but
Yeah.
you know, it's been a struggle. You know, and you know, luckily, you know, the George Washington Hotel and Kirk Pirates have been really good to us, and pretty much give us free reign. It's been a home for us. You know, to whenever we need something, he's always gives us a place to play. You know, and then out at Alan Rubin's. He's been great too. He's kept us there for almost, I think it's more than 2 years now. We've been there every Wednesday night, you know, and he has another act on Thursday night, so he's good, really good about that. And Mike Paslak, what Angelo's has for a while, and he's a very good blues harmonica player in his own right. And it was a lot of fun playing out there. But it seems to me like if you know, for me anyways, I pretty much had to, you know, in my band and stuff, so I just had to go out there and just beg people to play at their place, and then. And they let us hang around for a while.
Well, you know, you bring up a good point, because I mean, I remember Cardillo's on the South Side used to be a jazz club only. I remember seeing,
the Balcony is one. That's
the
one
Balcony,
we always used to go to.
The Balcony over in Shady Side, nice jazz place. I mean, going way back, my dad took me to the Stage Door in Oakland when I was probably like 13 or 14, and I remember Spider Rodinelli was playing drums. My dad sat in, but Spider's, he's got his, I know he was doing something over in Pittsburgh, you know, I think it was Frankie's, and then it was somewhere else, and but he's always kind of got something going on. But it seems Galiftes, I think, in Squirrel Hill, they kind of have a jazz thing that they do. At least they did. I don't know. If they
did. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah,
so.
I think Kenny Blake was playing there at one point. But yeah, so it's as far as you know, jazz. It's a you know, an American traditional form of music that is definitely, I mean, we created it here, and definitely need, you know, jazz and blues are American as can be, you know, we need to, you know, keep those alive, and like definitely as a young, I'm not sure your age, but man, I commend you for what you're trying to do here in building community in the Washington area, because I feel the same way. In case you just joined us here, we have Dan Baker on Acoustic Songs Live here in the studio on WNJR 91.7 FM. This is a special bicentennial edition to celebrate Washington City 200 years of history here in Washington, and Dan is you know, being our representative of the future of organizing and helping the community out, the community of the arts here in Washington, Pennsylvania. Dan, do you want to dig in and do another tune for us here? What would you like to play for us?
I'll do a Bill Withers tune, Ain't No Sunshine.
all the time. It's just like hard for me to sit back and like not like go into some applause. You know? That was nice. That was real nice. It's actually hard for me to like not start singing because that's like, the first.
You should have joined in, man. I would have.
I know both of the songs that you played, so I'm just sitting here going, and I love Bill Withers, man. He just what a story about his life. You know, I think he was like a garage mechanic. He was a mechanic or something, and he was 40 years old and decided, and he like got his big break. You know,
Great, a lot of great music, man. He's a heavy cat.
And he's from West Virginia too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's. I remember. What is it? The West Virginia Music History Museum. Todd Burr's a friend of mine. And I said, Bill Withers. I had no idea he was from West Virginia. So you grew up here. You grew up in Washington.
Sure.
Studied under Tony, and your travels took you. Apparently, you went to New York at some point, right?
I did. I went to. I lived in New York for I think 6.5, maybe almost 7 years. I went to school